How long have you lived here? I have lived here for 5 years. How long have you worked here? I have worked here for 3 years. How long have you been married? I have been married for 10 years. How long have you been studying English? I have been studying English for 2 years. How long have you known each other? We have known each other since college. How long have you had your car? I have had my car for 4 years. How long have you been a teacher? I have been a teacher for 8 years. How long have you been waiting? I have been waiting for an hour. How long have you been feeling this way? I have been feeling this way for a few days. How long have you been friends? We have been friends since childhood. How long have you been a member of this club? I have been a member of this club for 6 months. How long have you been in this city? I have been in this city for 7 years. How long have you been practicing yoga? I have been practicing yoga for a year. How long have you had this job? I have had this job for 5 years. How long have you been dieting? I have been dieting for 3 months. How long have you been playing the guitar? I have been playing the guitar for 6 years. How long have you been in the hospital? I have been in the hospital for 2 days. How long have you been awake? I have been awake since 6 a.m. How long have you been a fan of this team? I have been a fan of this team for over a decade. How long have you been writing? I have been writing for many years. How long have you been painting? I have been painting for 3 years. How long have you been cooking? I have been cooking since I was a teenager. How long have you been exercising? I have been exercising regularly for 2 years. How long have you been gardening? I have been gardening for 5 years. How long have you been learning to drive? I have been learning to drive for 6 months. How long have you been working out? I have been working out for a year. How long have you been collecting stamps? I have been collecting stamps since I was a kid. How long have you been knitting? I have been knitting for a couple of years. How long have you been traveling? I have been traveling for 6 months. How long have you been surfing? I have been surfing for 2 years. How long have you been swimming? I have been swimming since I was a child. How long have you been diving? I have been diving for a year. How long have you been training for the marathon? I have been training for the marathon for 6 months. How long have you been studying for the test? I have been studying for the test for a month. How long have you been reading that book? I have been reading that book for 2 weeks. How long have you been waiting for the bus? I have been waiting for the bus for 15 minutes. How long have you been doing this project? I have been doing this project for 3 weeks. How long have you been using this software? I have been using this software for a year. How long have you been learning Spanish? I have been learning Spanish for 6 months. How long have you been attending this school? I have been attending this school for 2 years. How long have you been interested in photography? I have been interested in photography for 5 years. How long have you been playing video games? I have been playing video games since I was a kid. How long have you been watching this TV show? I have been watching this TV show for 3 seasons. How long have you been volunteering here? I have been volunteering here for a year. How long have you been vegan? I have been vegan for a year. How long have you been growing your hair? I have been growing my hair for 2 years. How long have you been on a diet? I have been on a diet for a few months. How long have you been planning this trip? I have been planning this trip for a year. How long have you been baking? I have been baking for 10 years. How long have you been drawing? I have been drawing since I was young. How long have you been meditating? I have been meditating for a year. How long have you been snowboarding? I have been snowboarding for 5 years. How long have you been skating? I have been skating for 3 years. How long have you been hiking? I have been hiking for many years. How long have you been playing chess? I have been playing chess since childhood. How long have you been doing puzzles? I have been doing puzzles for a long time. How long have you been learning the piano? I have been learning the piano for a year. How long have you been taking singing lessons? I have been taking singing lessons for 6 months. How long have you been studying history? I have been studying history for several years. How long have you been making videos? I have been making videos for 2 years.